Say hello to my new buggy. I know it's ugly, but I can't stop looking at it. It's kind of like watching a train wreck. You can't stop looking at it, even though it's ugly. And anyway, this thing's cool. It performs really well, and that's why I like it. It's not because it's pretty. It's built on the common platform that I used for about 6 or 7 different vehicles now, I think. They all perform exactly the same, with one little exception. But anyway, I showed this in a video. I showed the common platform in a video about, I think, 2 weeks ago. So if you're interested in how to build that, there's a video that I did showing the best cars in Build-A-Boat, how to build the best cars, or something like that. That one's got a picture of a giant dump truck on the thumbnail, and the video that shows the common platform has a picture of something that looks like a Volkswagen Beetle. It's kind of green, kind of like that one. And I've got something else to show you here. Check this out. I got my Rowboat mechanic done. Check that out. It actually looks like it's rowing. I mean, good enough for me anyway. It does pretty good. So they're both synchronized right now, but they're actually running on 2 different wheels, 2 old wheels up on top. And let me show you the mechanic for this thing, because that's kind of neat. Alright, first of all, I've already destroyed the mechanic that I had in the video from last week, but this is what it was. So I destroyed it in that I've removed it from the vehicle. The vehicle is here, and this is what it looks like in action. And so you can see what's going on there. I'll show you a slower version in just a sec. Let me show you this thing. So I started off with the crazy mechanic that you saw in the previous video, and I got to here, which is a locked up, way too complicated, stupid thing. And this is like probably 10 iterations to get to that. And then I made more iterations, and they're down here. This one here I thought was kind of cool, and I thought, oh yeah, it's gonna work. I used a rod for this guy, and yeah, it totally doesn't work, because you can see what it's doing. It's going around in circles, which is nice. It gives you that 360-degree motion, which you would have to use some hinges to get that kind of motion. And you know, it goes in and out, but that's not exactly how an oar works. It's really not. I look at it and I go, no, that's a failure. So this is actually the one that works, and I wanted to show you this one in like super slow-mo here, so you can see I've got 6 hinges, and they all do a job. They're kind of like a 3-axis gimbal kind of thing, just 2 of them. And this hinge right here is not connected to that wheel right there. You can see there's a little gap, and there's got to be at least a 0.1 spacing, and everything else is pretty much as you see it there. As far as I know, all these pieces are needed, and they all kind of work together. I probably could have done this differently, but this one does the job, definitely. So it kind of looks like it's rowing. You can see it goes into the water, and then it pushes, and then lifts up out of the water. I mean, you know, it's not an Olympic kind of level rowing style, but it works. Anyway, alright, I got nothing else to show you right now. No, that's not true. I got tons of stuff to show you. Let me show you one more thing. It's a biplane, kind of like a Red Baron sort of thing or something, I guess. I don't know. I was sort of thinking maybe Snoopy when I did this, but you know, it's not really modeled off anything specific. It's just kind of I sort of made a bunch of this junk up. I looked at a picture, and then where I didn't like it, I just sort of made it up as I went along. Hollow hole in the back. I don't know how to do the back of the plane. It doesn't really matter. You know, it's not about being perfect. It's about, okay, what is that? It's a biplane. Oh yeah, I can see that. It's cool. It's a biplane, and you know, it has a spinning propeller. Yeah, and it's got a motor. And anyway, yeah, of course it flies. So it's got thrusters and jets, and it's a little chaos to fly. Gotta say, it's not the easiest thing in the world to fly. So it's a good thing I'm not a pilot. I probably would have lost my license about 1,000,000 times flying this thing, crashing into walls and stuff like that. Not to say that ever happens, but oh, here's the invisible stuff. Let me see if I can do that before it disappears on me. So it's a car, of course. You know, it's me. It's a car, and here's the little, it's got a little thing here on the back that flips back and forth, and of course there's protection blocks, and there's a counterweight underneath it. Not a whole lot different than most of my other stuff, so there's not really a lot else to say other than it's just a little bit of decoration. Anyway, hey, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. If you haven't done so already, well, what are you waiting for? I got a lot of crazy stuff to show you. All right, thanks everybody. Bye-bye.